Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Minecraft video. My name is LeaderGrev and this is Minelogic. I haven't recorded this in a while and MSI actually called me out in one of his videos where he was like, "We have new members, they haven't uploaded anything," but that's okay because Grev hasn't either. That was great. Anyways, right now I want to talk about something that's kind of been bothering me recently, and I can't put my finger on why, but it just is. And we're going to go to the Jassassin's base for a particular reason. And it's to discuss this particular issue. Anyways, what's bothering me? This is the Jassassin's base. You may know the Jassassin as the guy who was just added to the Hermitcraft server. He's been uploading some videos of that. You may also know him as another member of... You know what? Every time I come here, I feel like I want to kill every single one of these cows. It always happens. That feeling, it never fails. But you may also know him as the guy who uploaded one episode of Minelogic, and then he didn't anymore. And you may be asking yourself, well, why did he do that? Well, that's because he's on strike. That must sound very strange to you guys. He's on strike. What do you mean, LeaderGrev? How can he be on strike? He just plays video games. He's not even a real person. Shut up. Essentially, what's going on right now is the Jassassin has complained several times about this server. Specifically the fact that it's not entirely vanilla. I believe it has bucket mods, or not bucket mods, but it's running on some version of bucket that's essentially vanilla with a couple tiny modifications. Not huge modifications. I haven't seen a change list or any of that myself, but it doesn't change the game or any of the functions in the game. It's supposed to optimize the game as far as I know. However, it hasn't really been doing that. In fact, it's been doing, for Jassassin at least, the exact opposite. It's been killing him a lot, and he cites several of his deaths from unwarranted bucket bugs as the reason for him not playing anymore, and until the servers switch to vanilla, he won't come back. That's how I understand the conflict. As of now, the server has not yet changed. I'm in his base, and he was talking a lot about a problem he had with cows, I left those notes over there because I've been trying to do little community service things. Before I knew that he left, I was trying to fix up stuff with his base, bring in new cows, because he was complaining that a lot of people were killing them. Which was very true. You know who you are. And sure, you may be saying, like, you're looting his bones! Well, yeah, that's very true. And if he sees this video and tells me not to do that ever again, I will never do that again. But, I kind of want to bring this issue up to the public, because I want to hear your opinions, and I kind of want to explain mine. I really like the Jassassin. We haven't had very many interactions, me and him. I mean, I've talked to him several times in the comments of my videos, in the comments of his videos, but beyond that, we have had very limited interactions. We talked once on the server, and I managed to make a complete fool of myself, so that hasn't gone particularly well, that specifically, but that aside, like, I still think he's a good commentator and a pretty swell guy from what I've seen of his videos, from what from my limited interactions with him. And so I think it's kind of ridiculous that the server hasn't been changed to accommodate his needs. I mean, he was one... You might say that Minelogic is a very new server. It's... At least on my end, you've only seen 2 videos. Most people haven't gone beyond 20 videos as far as I know. If not, maybe even 15. We'll leave this here. So, it's fair to say that this is a pretty, like, thus uncultivated server. Nothing much has gone on here. We're still very much in our baby stages. And so, not changing the version of the server, or at least what the server's running on, which should have no impact on how the server functions and what's been built, that seems a bit mind-boggling to me. I mean, I want the very best for the server, and I think the very best for this server is if the entire community is accommodated for. If I've heard from multiple people that the change from vanilla to this bucket version isn't significant. But if it's not significant, then I see no reason with changing it back. If bugs have managed to kill one of our players, I feel like, despite the fact that we may not know him very well from our interactions, the fact that he was invited here and is already like considered a member of our community, it's kind of ridiculous to allow, I don't want to call it discrimination, it's a very strong term, but to allow that to happen and to have this like lack of negotiation. If he's been invited, he should be treated as a member, and we should accommodate for that. And so, I mean, I want to get this video out because I think it's something people should know about. I have no qualms with any of the other server members, nor with like anyone else in the Minelogic community. I just think we should reconsider the policy of not accommodating for certain members of the community. The server's still very young. I don't think changes would be significant. And I think just ignoring one of the problems of one of our members is kind of ridiculous. It's something that needs to be looked into. So, I mean, I've been trying to do my part, although as far as I know, the Assassin hasn't gone on the server recently. But when he was on, I tried to do my part because he seemed to be upset with how the server was going, or how certain things were going on in the server. I don't think things were going his way, despite the fact that it's a very beautiful, well-made base. Excuse my email. He had a lot of problems with bugs, with people attacking his cows. That was a constant issue. Stuff like that. So, hold on, let's go take this out actually and breed his cows for him. So I tried to do my best and do little community service things, and I'm sure other members did too, because when someone's disgruntled, it becomes fairly clear. These cows. And so people would always comment, I can't even focus with all these gosh darn cows. Make babies, cows. Make babies. Alright, I think babies have been made sufficiently. Sufficient numbers of babies have been made. Alright, so Assassin should have his cows back. Essentially, that's what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully my next episode will be longer because I do have a lot. I've started working on something and then I felt like, you know what, I should head out and do something else because for some reason, I'm in college right now, and one of the problems I have is that when I am not really doing anything, when I'm sitting in my room, when I'm recording, when I'm playing, if I do that for too long, I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I think I'm going to use up all of the Assassin's bones to grow this back, because I know if no one's in this chunk, these don't grow. So I don't want him to come back to, if he chooses to come back to an empty farm. That would be very rude of me. But look at that, good guy Grev. Anyways, just wanted to bring this to your attention. I do have something I want to show you. Just haven't gotten to that right now because, I mean, when I'm just sitting around and not doing anything on a weekend, I feel guilty. It gets me upset. I feel like I should be doing something. I start blaming myself for not being out there and participating in the rest of the community and what's going on. So, let's see. Bones. I think I checked all of these chests and there were no more bones. Yeah, I think that would have to be it. Huh. Yeah, see, like, he got a lot of stuff, but if he played so much and got so disgruntled, there was an obvious problem. And so I think that needs to be looked into, and I'm hoping you as the community can bring this to the attention of the other players with more fervor than I could. So, first of all, verbalize your opinion. Leave comments here, leave comments on other videos. Hashtag bring back Assassin. Whatever you guys want. Think of something. You guys are a smart bunch. But, the LOGICREEPs should not be going on strike. It's ridiculous. For a small server like this, in its birth weeks, to already be having problems with sustaining members, I think this server has a lot of potential. We have a lot of cool members, we have a lot of cool new members coming in, and the fact that we can't accommodate for everyone, the fact that we have people quitting in frustration is, I don't think I can blame anyone rightfully, but I think it's something that needs to be looked into. And I don't want any of the members, the current members, to take offense to this. I'm not trying to play the blame game. I'm not trying to paint a better picture of myself because I'm fixing his wheat or helping out his cows. I just want this to be brought to attention. Because I've tried talking about it to some people, and the general consensus has been like, hey, well, bucket's not really that big of a difference. I don't really know what's wrong. So I want you guys to help me try and stimulate a conversation, a discussion about this. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm way off base. Maybe just Assassin is wrong. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys very much for watching. Better, fuller episodes will be coming up soon. Thank you guys for your time, and have a good day.